What's up, everybody? We back at it, Dar'Ron.
Hey,
What's going
hey,
on with
hey,
you,
hey,
man?
hey, man. Feeling good, feeling right. Got my rum, you know what I'm saying, or apple juice, whatever you want to call it, but I'm feeling nice.
Yeah, let's start off with that. So you drinking some rum today, right?
Yeah, this some little bamboo right here. Definitely rum is smooth and it's feeling nice.
This episode is brought to you by unofficially Uncle Nearest Master Blend.
Oh
But nah, man, we gonna go ahead and get this party started, man. This is Don Talk breaking the strong black male myth. Being a Don doesn't mean being unbreakable. It
mm,
means leading with truth. So, growing up, we were told to be strong, told to don't cry, don't complain, don't fold.
man, Mike, I'm telling you, man, and for a long time that message it helped us survive, you know what I'm saying? But at some point survival stopped being enough.
Very true, very true.
Yeah,
So this
man.
episode is about the myth of the strong black man, how it protected us in some moments, but now we realizing it quietly hurt us in other moments.
Absolutely right, Mike, man. Now we're talking about mental health, emotional safety, and what real strength looks like when men finally feel safe enough to be honest.
Yeah, that's key. Safe enough to be honest. That's the crucial phrase right
Right,
there. So,
right.
and ladies, this conversation is for you also, because understanding why men hide their emotions is the first step to helping them heal. So, we got some questions here that's going to spark the conversation. I've done a little research, been doing some reading on this stuff. I've been growing a lot in this space in the past 2 months. I ain't gonna lie. The past 2 months alone, I've been growing a lot in this. You don't got to be a strong black man, which society has taught us to be
Absolutely.
um, growing up. So the first question to kind of kick this off is like, where did this myth come from? We're just trying to have context here, not blaming anybody, but
Hmm.
where did it come from? So when did you first hear be a strong black man, and what did it mean to you at that time? And to give a little context to it, I've done a lot of reading with Wilson at this
Hmm.
point in time, past literally, like I said, the past 2 months. And one of his quotes from his book, "Cry Like a Man," it says, throughout their young lives, boys are taught to withstand the strain of holding in their tears, suppressing them until it hurts. Eventually, they grow into men who fear appearing vulnerable,
Mm,
a
right.
fate no self-respecting man can live with. Mm. So
Absolutely.
when do you first remember or recollect hearing "Be strong, don't cry, don't show your emotions"?
Man, we can go back way back to, you know what? I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this, man. So when I would say 13. I remember when I was 13, I played baseball. And I wasn't the best player on the team, but DJ G was the first baseman. DJ is my brother, right? He's my older brother, definitely an athlete, right? But that's my older brother. Who doesn't want to be, like their older brother, right? So I also played baseball, and it was at one point the first time that I got up to bat, I struck out, and I was just, I, I was disappointed in myself, and I cried. And all I remember is my dad coming to me through the stands and saying, "Don't you cry. You ain't supposed to cry. Men don't cry." That was the first time that I actually felt, that's the first time that I actually heard that phrase, like, "Men don't cry." And what did I do? I sucked it up. It was hard. I didn't stop crying immediately. But I sucked it up and I stopped crying. And from then on, like, I remember that moment, I mean, like it was like I'm speaking to you right now, man.
Yeah.
And it was at that time, it was still hurting, but, I kinda realized that, okay, my dad was right, let me stop crying, and I did that.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what pops to mind? Like as I had a different story, but
Okay.
what popped in my mind as soon as you was talking about that is, and I know you've experienced this too. You remember getting whoopings?
Oh, all day.
And
Yeah.
then your parents said, "You better stop crying." But you beat me. What you talking about?
Right. Oh yeah. Oh
Like,
man. I didn't
so,
understand that.
right, like, so even then, as you're getting disciplined to the point where you're forced to cry, you're being told not to cry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does that do to you psychologically? It tells you, like, in the deepest, darkest, painful moments, you gotta hold it in,
You
you
gotta
know.
hold it in.
And then,
Right.
and growing up in the mean streets of Inglewood that we grew up in, those
Hey,
that know us is
man.
gonna laugh at that, but but like
Hey
growing
man,
up
that's a whole
in
nother that's a no
no, that's
other
a whole other
conversation.
episode.
Yeah.
Our streets weren't that mean. I grew up in Inglewood, you in LA, but like they weren't that mean, but they were
Yeah, yeah,
enough. I'll
don't
put it that way.
yeah,
But
yeah, don't tell
growing up in
yeah.
Inglewood, we were taught like don't be no punk, and a
Right,
punk
exactly.
was showing emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
emotions to the point of crying, being afraid,
Mm-hmm.
being vulnerable. Those things like were emotional characteristics or traits that you were bred to not show.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we like you said, growing up in the mean street. Well, you were in Inglewood, I was in LA, which is literally right across the street from each other.
Right across the
Right.
street.
Right. And I was gonna say, don't tell Sean that, because it
Yeah.
was mean to him.
Yeah.
You're right, man. How we grew up, it was just the way of life, right? We weren't supposed to cry, and who said that? And I'm sorry, I'm about to quote Training Day is all about smiles and cries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Smiles and
Just
cries.
it's smiles and cries, and it was so many times that we wanted to, but it wasn't the right time. Whether we were on the streets, hell, man, whether we was in our own house. You know what I'm
Because
saying? It was
as it was your own, not only your parents, your siblings
your
telling you not
siblings.
to cry.
Exactly,
You
exactly.
better
So
suck that up.
but right, absolutely. But after years and years of holding that in, what happens?
Do
I mean, this
you? Yeah, like you realize you've been married for how long now?
I've been married for almost 16 years.
Good Lord, congrats on that,
I
my
know.
brother.
I was like, dang,
Yeah.
16 years.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, my stock just went up, baby.
Yeah. How many times have you cried in front of your wife?
Oh man, I wouldn't have married my wife if I couldn't cry in front of her.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So you grew up, in essence, I'm trying to ask, at what point in time did you grow out of this, I can't show my emotions around her?
when I first did it and I couldn't control it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because at some point you're gonna break.
Yeah.
If you have, you're gonna break. And when I realized that it was okay, when I realized that I was safe with her, you know what I'm saying? Then it became more of a like, okay, I'm okay. I mean, it's not like, I cry, during, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I did cry during Aladdin. I'm sorry. Put that up there. Aladdin, them children music was kind of, it got to the heart. I mean, but what I'm trying to say is that once I realized that I was safe and once I realized that she didn't put me down, right? Once I realized that she was, she had my back, then crying in front of her wasn't even a big deal. Now, honestly, I don't cry all the time in front of her because I still have it on me,
Mm-hmm.
right? I still have that men don't cry. It doesn't go away.
Do you realize, and you probably realize this now, but it's still hard to break it, crying in front of your partner, your female partner, to her, this is the most sexiest thing you could ever do.
I never knew that. You just taught me something
Boy,
just now. Just
boy,
now, you just taught me something.
boy.
Let me start crying. Where's she at?
Where's
Where's
she
she
at?
at?
Man, because it tells a woman that you're in tune with your emotions and is you're safe around her enough to show them and express them. And to a real woman,
Hmm.
that is the most sexiest thing that you can ever do in front of 'em.
So let me tell you something. These are for the gentleman that's watching it, right? Because I'm a guy, and I like to kind of see both sides, right? So to the guys, some of the guys are like, man, these punks, man, they talking about crying in front of their girls. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? They I mean, but there are dudes
yeah.
out there that be like,
No,
man,
100%.
I ain't crying, man, these punks, they don't know. Like, what do you say to these gentlemen? That's kind of have that mindset.
I say like they gotta break the societal standard. And that's the thing. Society, somewhere along the line, society had told us that's what it's meant to be a man, to hold your emotions. But it kills you. Like from a health standpoint,
Yeah,
if you're holding in all this anger, this resentment, this pain without releasing it, it is attacking your body and killing you
absolutely,
slowly.
absolutely.
Men, black men or men, period, die at an earlier age than women.
Hmm.
And one of those things is because we hold and harbor in the emotions when they're meant to be released.
Absolutely.
So I think we have to create comfort in knowing that it's okay to express those. I remember I'll go back to two things. I'll go back to the first time I ever almost cried in a movie, Boys to Men. Not Boys to Men, Boys in the
Boy in
Hood.
the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. Wonder why? Ricky.
Ricky!
Man, that movie was filmed right down the street.
Right, right.
I'm a student athlete trying to get a track scholarship. Got a 710 on my SAT. And that hit home. Everybody, I'm trying to do good.
Hmm.
And I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people around me were in troubled lifestyles.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Yeah.
I could have easily got caught up in that, but those your boys. Like they protected you from really getting into it,
Hmm.
but we was all together, you know. And when that happened, it was like, man, I hit home. But I'm in the movie theater, like, but I like, don't cry, don't show no emotions. Like, I saw me and Ricky, and so I was like,
Yeah,
I held it in, like I
yeah,
purposely, like hold that in. So that's it started then, but we was ingrained in that message, and now I remember the first time I cried in front of my my ex, you know,
your current
is
ex.
when my current ex, yes.
Okay,
So
okay.
I was in a relationship for close to 4 years, was engaged, and that ended in October of 2025.
Hmm.
So and we'll talk about that in another episode. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
we will.
yeah.
But we were friends before we started dating. But the first time I can remember her seeing me cry was when my mom passed.
Hmm.
You know, we was a group of friends. We was all hanging out, kicking it, playing. We had game night. It was like six of us. We just game night, having fun. And I got a phone call from my daughter saying you need to call your brother. And I'm like, okay, something's up. So I call him to tell me, my mom passed, and she was unresponsive. They found her not breathing, was unresponsive. They were trying to resuscitate her for the past 20 minutes. And I'm just like, oh. So I had to go out. I took the phone call in my room, came out, like kind of people saw this, the friends that was there saw this blank look on my face. I was like, what happened? And I told, everybody, and it was like, oh, like it was a soul crushing
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And so everyone got up, not disrespectfully. They was just like, they got up and left. They knew me and Jay had a thing at that point in time. So everybody left, Jay stayed around. And then like probably 10 minutes later or so, I got the call back saying that she's
She
gone.
passed. Yeah.
And that broke me. That broke me. That was the first time I remember crying in front of her. Um, but she helped me break into this like emotional phase that I'm going through of like releasing it, because that stuff really, you're gonna explode. That's the thing. If you're harboring all this pain and resentment, it can only stay inside you
for so
for
long.
so long before it erupts. And it erupts in men in different ways, through depression. And you get to a point where the male suicide rate is higher. It's the highest,
Yeah.
out of any gender. So because we harbor these feelings. So is you're gonna erupt in a position where you're gonna fight, you're gonna explode on somebody else, or you're gonna explode on yourself. So it's like getting it out is the healthiest thing you could do for yourself and others.
But would you call that that's acceptable, right? There are, for men, there are acceptable times to cry, right? When your mom passed, that's acceptable,
Yeah, but not
right?
everybody thinks it's acceptable. I remember listening to Matt Barnes,
Hmm.
the former NBA player. Like when he experienced death, he did not cry. When family members and friends that were close enough to him passed away, he did not cry because it was ingrained in him not to show emotions.
True,
And he's
but
probably
that's
the same age, but I'm not saying like right, but like it's acceptable. It should be, but then there's a group of men that still can't get there because it's so
okay.
ingrained in them
Right,
that
right.
I can't go there. That I got to be tough. I got to be strong
For
for
everybody
everybody
else, though,
else.
yeah,
And that's
yeah.
the thing. So we're strong and tough for everybody else. Who's being strong and tough for us?
Nobody.
We other brothers. That's why we're doing this right here, right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I was gonna say, man,
Yeah, right.
we can go biblically, but we
Yeah.
don't have to go
But
that route. But what I'm saying
because
is,
everybody's not there.
everybody's out there. But I would say this: that's the cross that we bear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of being men. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? To take a break. We don't have that
But I
luxury.
don't I, I think we do with each other,
Mm, mm,
but
mm.
we don't. Somebody has to pull the curtain back to allow it. And if you got a bunch of macho men that know they have a lot of built up anxiety, built up anger, built up pain, built up emotions, but nobody wants to open that door to allow you to express it, it's gonna stay in. So like if we don't get nothing out of this, is men finding other men to be emotionally intelligent around.
I mean, everybody's not dons, man. That's not gonna happen.
Hey, hey,
We
but that's the
but
hope.
I know, yeah, that's the hope. That's the hope because there are few, there are very few men that will say, "Yo, man, let me hear you." You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? We are lucky enough that we grew up around each other that we can say, man, that we can do that and we're not going to be judgmental towards one another. You know what I'm saying?
and that's a
But
fear for other people, like like being judged by your peers because you express some emotions.
then you need to choose your different types of friends, dog. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
mean,
true. Okay, so that's a good transition point, because but where did this all? It didn't start with our parents. So
no,
so
absolutely
where
not.
did it start? So like there's an author, Bell Brooks, who talks about how black men didn't define strength um, by accident. They didn't do this by accident. It came through slavery, racism, and survival. Showing emotion wasn't safe. So like when we were taken from our homeland and we was brought into this, our ancestors was brought to the States, you showed any emotion, you were whipped or killed. So like this is rooted in deeper than we want to realize. So like so you had to control, so control became that strength, right?
Okay.
So that's the key. Control became your strength.
So here's my question. I'm about to kind of call you out a little bit, man.
Oh.
Now, this Bell Brooks, female, right?
Mm-hmm.
White female.
Nope.
Not white female. Was she Hispanic?
Light skinned black.
Oh, she light skinned?
She's black. She's black.
Okay, then I'm tripping because I'm trying to look at her right
I
now.
don't look her up.
Bellbrooks. Bell Brooks.
Sorry, Bell Hooks. If I
Oh,
mispronounce
okay.
that,
All
Bell
right.
Hooks.
Okay, that's different. I was like, I'm looking up
Yeah,
Bell Brooks. I'm like, who the heck is
Bell
Bell Brooks?
Hooks. My
Bell
bad.
Hook. Okay, okay.
HOOKS.
All right. I'm
My
glad we
bad.
caught. I'm glad
I'm
we
glad we
caught.
caught that.
Oh,
Yeah,
there she is, right there.
there
All
she
right,
is.
bet. All right. Because I was gonna say something like, man.
Bell Hooks. My bad. If I said Brooks, that's on me. That's my bad. Bell
Yeah, no,
Hooks.
Bell Hooks. Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
Bell Hooks.
I'll stop there because I seen her. I'm like, okay, yeah. All right,
Okay, you're
bet.
like, who this motherfucker talking about? All right. So she talks about that's where it's come from. Like,
Yeah,
so then, we call it cool to stay to today and it was really our armor. It wasn't about being heard. It was about keeping your dignity in a world trying to break you. That's what like slavery was trying to do. That's trying to break you to
right.
obey. The problem is what protected us black men then could hurt us now because survival's strength doesn't always translate into emotional health. And that's what we want people to be healthy. So, like, do you think the idea of was created to protect us, control us, or prepare us? So, if you think about those, what we talked about, where our ancestors was brought over here, and any emotion they showed, they were either whipped, killed. Period. Like, so when we were brought into this land, if you showed emotions, you were whipped or killed.
You showing the
Whipped,
wrong
beat,
emotion.
yeah, showed the wrong emotion.
The
Correct.
wrong
If it wasn't
emotion.
like,
Okay.
yes, sir, yes, master, like, I got you, it was wrong. So from back then, we were taught that carried on. So those original ancestors that were slaves were experienced that. They taught their kids, don't show no emotions, boy. Don't show the wrong emotions.
There you go.
You
Don't say
be
that right.
tough.
Yeah.
You be tough. Don't let them see you struggle. Don't let them see you
Why?
pain,
Why though? Why?
because it was a system of control. Like, right? That's what Bell Hooks.
All right. Okay.
That's what Bell Hooks is
You
saying.
know what? Bell Hooks definitely respectful, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Bell Hooks is not a man. Bell Hooks is not a black man, right? So she's only. I mean, I'm sure she did research. I'm not knocking that. I'm not saying what she said was wrong, but what I'm saying in addition to, right?
Mm-hmm.
In addition to this can also help men, right? To control because we need to know when and where it is acceptable to express how we feel.
And that is the question. Do you think this idea was created to protect us, control us, or prepare us? It could be all three.
I
As you said, it's situational.
I think it was more to allow us to remain in control of our current situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because once we show, the crying thing kind of it's okay, but it doesn't really allow us to remain in control of who we are in that present moment. You know what I'm saying? So when we just I mean, crying is fine. Don't get me wrong, crying is fine. But I believe that situation. I mean, what Bell Hooks is trying to say is, well, not. I'm not saying what she's trying to say. I got to kind of say. Well, it's that damn rum talking now. Pretty much. I believe it was there to protect us. It was there to protect us. It was also there to prepare us because one to this day, whether it's crying, whether it's smiling, whether it's being sad, whatever emotion is important for us to understand that we need to learn how to manage our emotions and to bring them out when necessary. Because when we start crying at the wrong time, people are not gonna take us. If I start crying right now, and I can do it, if I just think of
Mm-hmm.
something sad, right? If I start crying right now,
Do it. I challenge you to do it. Wait till wife comes home to do it. Get her on camera and do
If I start to do that, then automatically to some, mind you, women, it depends on, well, the women that I care about, I don't give a crap how they feel about me as far as when I'm crying now. You know what I'm saying? But it's mostly the men who will start
Why do
getting
we
on us.
why do we care?
Man, because
Like
it's an alpha
literally,
male thing.
literally.
It's an alpha male thing. Who's the alpha male? Who's
And
who's
I
who's
think
a who's the
right.
gorilla?
But why is that? Why
Hmm.
do we care about someone commenting on this that we've never met?
Because we want to be liked. Because we want to uh what's the word I'm looking for? We want to be liked and we want to matter.
Yeah. We're gonna matter to the people that matter most.
That's our family. That's about it.
Somebody out there is yearning to hear what we're talking about. And there's going to be a large sector of people that are going to call us bitches. They're going to call us
They gonna say it.
punks.
They ain't gonna say it to
They're
my
going
face though. Guarantee it.
to, somebody will.
They can try, and they gonna say it.
Somebody
They
will.
gonna say it over the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
And
nah.
if they do,
You know
they're
what they're
the
going to
biggest
say?
crier. If they
You know what they're
do,
going to say? They're
what's
going to say,
that?
this light skinned nigga ain't going to do nothing.
And you right. And you know what? You right. You right. You right. I ain't gonna do nothing. Right? I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna do anything because I know the person who's saying that is the biggest punk.
Yeah. Yep. So
Okay, I don't like to use punk. It's the one who needs to cry the most.
the
Excuse the
most,
punk.
there you go.
Excuse the
That's a
punk.
very word because they got the most built up
Yes.
anger, hurt, and pain that is bringing them to lash out on others, right? And they're the ones that need to release the emotions the most. The only way they know how to do it is to lash out on others,
It's the
and
last
that
out
is
on others.
fulfilling to them.
Now, I want to be clear. What we're talking about. We're not talking about just someone who's just like, I just gonna cry because it's a sad movie. I want to cry because somebody stepped on my J's. We're not talking about that, right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're what we're talking about is when you want to and
Hmm.
you don't.
Right.
That's what we're talking about. And
Jimmy Valvano said, I don't know if you know who he is. NC State basketball coach, died of cancer. He said everyone, not including man, he says everyone should laugh, think, and have their emotions move to tears every day to live a meaningful and full life.
hmm,
Like that and this is the key to live every day for a full, meaningful life. Like meaningful life. To laugh, think, and have your emotions move to tears, whether it's happiness or joy. We could cry because we're happy. That
yeah.
is okay too. We could cry because we're sad. Because we lost a job and now I got to figure out how I'm going to take care of my family. That's a reason to cry.
Let me interject right there because you kind of sparked something when you said that. Now, my son, like he's been doing safety patrol, and safety patrol is pretty much, he's elementary school student, 5th grade, and safety patrol is the people who kind of guide the carpool or help the kids go into class, and kind of he leads them into wherever they need to go in the morning and at night. Well, and after school, excuse me. Today, he found out that he wasn't picked to do safety patrol for this semester.
Hmm.
Hurt him. And when I was upstairs and I heard, "Why are you crying?" Maximus, his name is Maximus. He said, "Why are you crying, Maximus?" And I'm like, all right.
Who
I
said
just,
that?
Lillian, his sister.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, why? Because I'm upstairs. I didn't know. I
And
didn't know he was
and when you heard it, what type of tone did you hear it in?
from Lillian. It was
Yeah.
more she was curious, like she was very
Is it from a caring sister
very
or
caring,
very
very caring.
caring and curious
Yeah,
sister?
very
Okay.
caring. Like why you not why you cry? Let's go get him. Like nothing
Yeah.
like that, but just like more like I'm interested. Like why you crying? So
Hmm.
me and mom, we came down there. Like I'm running. Like okay, my son crying right when he came home from school. Did he get suspended? He's in trouble. Like what's going on?
Yeah.
Found out that he didn't get picked. It was a letter, and he was crying. I'm sitting here like I'm looking at him, tears coming down his eye because he worked hard for this. He did the first semester, but they didn't. Everybody didn't get picked for the second semester. We're like, man, everybody, teachers love him, and everybody loves him from what we know. Um, and I'm sitting here and I'm looking at him, and I told him, I said, it's okay to cry, man. It's okay. Like, come on, man. It's okay. Right. I went to the refrigerator, got him a root beer. And I was like, I, I said, you want this?
Man.
He was like, nah, I don't want a root beer. I was like, all right, put it back in the fridge. And I kind of explained to him, I was like, it's okay to be mad. This is exactly what I said to him. I said, it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. There are many times that, we're going to experience things that's going to make us feel this way. And I let him know that me and mommy, we didn't get the jobs. But let me tell you what I did, man. And I don't know if it was right or not. Mind you, I'm only a therapist from 9 to 5.
My office hours are
Not,
from.
but then I told him, I said it's okay to sit in it, be sad.
Mm.
But tomorrow we're gonna get back on it. Tomorrow we're gonna see, we're gonna see why this happened. Because we don't know why it happened. We just know that some people got picked, some people didn't. And
Yeah.
then I added to him, I said, man, the safety patrol, I'm trying to make them and this is what I'm doing. The safety patrol, you was working for free, man. I said, you already got a job for people who paying you. Then I try to feel like I felt as if I needed to make him tough. I said, you got a job because what he does, he's take people trash cans out. They pay him $5 to take them out, put them in there. That's his hustle. You know what I'm saying? And our safety patrol was for free. I was like, they got you working for free. And I was like, you worth more than being free. Right. So now what did I do now? I'm trying to make him feel, as if he's worth something. So what do you think about that? I don't know if I did it right. I don't know if I did it wrong.
I think that was the perfect. I mean, like I said, we're not perfect. We're not.
Yeah.
We're just normal dudes. I think that was the perfect thing. Experience the emotions of what you're going through right here, right now. Let it
Absolutely.
out.
Absolutely.
100%. Let it out. Experience it. Flow through the full emotions. But you know what? We're gonna rebound from this. And we're gonna learn from it. We're gonna grow from it. We're gonna do better and do right. I think that's right because you wanted him to experience the emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is, to me, experience it and live through it. Don't dwell in it. Don't
Right.
stay in it.
Right.
But experience it right here,
Experience
right
it.
now.
Experience
Yeah.
it.
I think that was key. I think.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was listening. Go ahead, man.
No, I think, and that's one of the things that I don't think we get taught enough is Jason Wilson said, as men, our kryptonite is the grinding lifestyle that keeps us working when we need to rest, fighting when we need to seek peace, and worrying when we need to pray.
Absolutely.
Like, even as a child, as a kid, like, you didn't teach him to keep grinding, like, don't experience this, like, like, nah, live in this, rest in it for this time period. But when you wake up in the morning, we gonna go after it.
Absolutely.
I think too often we're taught to not even experience it for that short period of time. And I think that's the problem. It's like, it don't have to last. We don't have to cry in front of everybody, we could cry by ourselves.
Absolutely.
At home. Like, can we admit it? to the right people? Do we need to admit it to the right people? No, but do we need to admit it to? I think it's good to talk to somebody about it,
Mhm.
but you don't gotta let nobody you cry, but crying is healthy.
Absolutely.
Um,
It's
so
pain
like
leave
it,
it's pain leaving the body. That's why
yeah,
I used to say, crying is pain leaving the body,
yes,
and I think that's what I tried to do with him, I kinda found myself trying to make him feel better with the root beer, right? "Here
hmm
you go, man, take a root beer." I probably shouldn't have did that, go to drinking.
it's gonna start with root beer,
But
and then
but
it's gonna turn
then they
into
go turn something else, but I found myself trying to make him feel better, but instead, I should have just let him kinda experience that,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And so when he said no, it was a shock to me. I'm like, "'Cause he loves root beer." It's almost like a kid saying no to candy.
hmm
Like, "Oh, it must be something big if a kid gonna say no to candy."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he ended up kinda being cool. I ended up buying him let's see right here. Trying to make him feel better again. We're making our own watch, right? I bought a little
Okay.
thing from Amazon to create your own watch, and now he can kind of build his own watch. So I try my it's like and I found myself trying to make him feel better instead of just letting him sit in that for a little bit and experience that emotion of like it was hurt, it was
Yeah.
anger,
So,
frustration, it was a lot of stuff.
are you asking? Did you offer by you offering him the root beer? Is that cutting off him experiencing emotions?
Absolutely it is.
Was that to get him to stop crying?
Yes, it was. It was to
From
get him
now,
to fit.
when you put it that way, you're wrong, Deron.
I know, but what look, but I noticed, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, people like, "Oh, you're a therapist," but I don't get it right all the time.
No, you don't. Yeah,
I
well,
don't get
none
it.
of us do.
I don't get it right all the time. So, but when he said no, I didn't say, "Hey, come on." I didn't do any of that. But when he said no, I got the root beer. I put it back in the refrigerator, and I came back out. I mean, at first I hugged him. First I was just like, "Yeah,
hmm
man, I got you, man, I got you."
Yeah.
But when I came back out with the root beer, and then he said no, I'm like, "Okay, dang, I'm doing this wrong. He should be experiencing this. Let him experience this."
Right.
So I let him sit in it for a while, cause it's okay. It's okay to sit in that anger, frustration. It's okay to sit in it for a little bit.
hmm
But after a while, when I say a while, I mean, I'll give you 24 hours. Man, forget that. Not just men, adults. I give you 24 hours to feel what you're feeling and then get back to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get back to
Just
your hustle.
sit in that space. So I think you got to sit in it to. You got to go through a period of time to understanding what's causing the emotions and what are you gonna do with it to not necessarily not feel that again, but to better it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I
Absolutely.
definitely feel that.
Mm.
All right, so we talked about the history of this a little bit. So what strengths was strength sometimes? Sorry, was strength something we were taught or something we were forced into? So I know I'm quoting bell hooks a lot, but it says our fathers taught us what they needed to survive, not necessarily what we needed to heal. What's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so give me that question again.
So was strength something we were taught
Mhm.
or something we were forced into?
Protection.
Our fathers taught us what they needed to survive, not necessarily what we needed to heal.
Protection.
hmm
Protection. We
Protection
were
from.
not from protecting who? Whether
So
it's
it's not protection from something. We were taught that to protect
we are
whom.
protected. Okay, whether it's our little brothers, whether it's our sisters, whether it's our mother, whether it's we are the protectors, so
hmm
we have to make sure that everybody is safe. That is our job. especially for those who have fathers. You know, your dad always said, "Well, I'm not going to be here all the time." So we were taught that we are the protectors. Have you seen the golden child, man? You see that lady kind of kick butt? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you probably never seen the golden child. You
Yeah, I
ever?
remember the Golden Child.
All right, so recognize the lady. She was doing her thing. My point is our my point is our my dad taught us that we got to protect our little brothers. We got to protect our sisters. We men are protectors. That's our job. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's what. Well, I know that's what I was taught. It is my responsibility to protect as a man.
So let's talk about this from a biblical scripture standpoint.
Oh man,
All right.
let me type in the Bible.
All right.
I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
Who was a man after God's own heart?
I know it, but I don't know it
Come
because I've
on,
been
come on,
checking.
PK. Come on, PK.
You get me?
Hold
Okay,
on.
okay.
Hold on.
Wait. Was it the guy with the was it David?
Yes.
It was David. Okay, 'Cause I remember the Rock. Yeah,
Yeah. So
David.
did David ever cry?
I can't
Yes.
say
The answer is
he did.
yes.
Okay. I'm not gonna say. That's why I say quiet. I wasn't sure.
So that's one of the things that Jason Wilson preaches. He started the cave of Adullam because at some point in time, I believe it was David, that they went into hiding. I don't necessarily hiding, went into a cave to reconcile and to grow and to feed off the 40 plus men at that point in time so they could grow stronger per se. So
Okay.
there's multiple scriptures where David himself cried, if you look it up. So it's like, if from a scriptural standpoint, it's okay in those situations to cry, to release the emotions of whatever it is that you're going through and feeling for, like we talked about earlier, for that period of time. But I don't know if I see that. I don't know if I see not crying or not showing emotions as protection of others, because we're actually in a relationship. If we don't bring ourselves to tears around our significant other, how are we protecting her?
Who said we're not protecting her just because we're crying?
I'm not. I'm just asked the question. Are we are protecting her 100% by not showing emotion around her?
Yeah, we are okay. Let's protect physically. That's what I'm talking about. Like physically in real life. Emotionally, we can't protect all that. We can't protect emotionally.
But it's safety. The women, I'm not gonna speak for them. Generally speaking, they want to feel safe. Are you saying that women feel safe, or 100% safe around their partner who doesn't show any emotions to the point of crying?
You got to ask the woman, man.
I think let's, ladies, like, comment below
Yeah.
and let us know if you feel 100% safe around a man, significant other, boyfriend, partner, husband, if he never showed emotion
You show me a
to
man
the point of crying.
who don't cry. Show you a man who beating his girl.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
You
So
know
do
what I'm
they
saying?
feel safe? So I guess, what's your definition of protection? What are we protecting? Because the women want to feel emotionally secure and safe just
No.
as much as they want to feel
Okay. See, you said
physical
emotionally secure. Now that's
and safe.
and safe. That's something totally different from what a man will provide, right? A man is gonna be like, "Hey, I'm gonna make you. I want to make you feel emotionally safe." Man, you put emotions and men together, it doesn't really rock. It don't
So
really.
are we tapping into the true male energy of a provider if we are not providing emotional security?
Well, okay, you putting too much on us, man. All right. you put, you you putting too much on it. I mean, women got their part too.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah,
they're not here to talk. They're not here to talk and defend themselves. This is me and you talking. So
man.
I'm asking you, Don, therapist,
Wait, 9 to 5 therapist.
9 to 5.
You
It
gotta
is
go,
after
go.
5 o'clock.
It's
Okay,
after 5 o'clock.
my bad. It's after 5. It's after
Okay.
5. My bad. My bad. I forgot your office hours are from 9
To
to 5.
5,
I
but
forgot.
what?
But that's something that I think, a lot of, we can only control what we can control.
That's it.
We can't control what a woman does. We can control how she sees us and how she
Absolutely.
interprets us. If she expresses what,
Wait, we can't control how she sees us. We can't. Let's
why
go
not?
at it. Come on. I can go at this one. There's no way we can control how anybody sees us. I can't control how you see me, no matter what I say.
You don't think so?
Nah, man, because you probably see me in a certain way, but in real life, this is how I am.
But then
I-
you're never showing me your real self. So you're controlling that.
no, that's just your interpretation of me.
If I see you in a certain way and it's not really you, you're controlling how much of you want me to see.
Nah, man, that's just your interpretation. Just like the Bible, it's your interpretation. It does. Everyone has their different interpretation because what I can tell you the same thing, and they did a study on this. I can tell you the same thing that I tell Sean, Don, right? I can tell him the
Hmm.
same thing, and he may look at me totally different from what you see. But this is all based on your experiences in
Hmm.
life, on how you see me. Because I can say, man, you stupid. But somebody be like, oh man, he's just saying that's just a slang. But somebody else will
That's
be like,
love.
but that's love, right? So
Yeah.
it all depends. I can't control how you see me. I can't control that. All I can do is be
Uh,
the best me I can. But it's up to you to ask for clarification.
yeah. I'm gonna disagree with you on that one, but that's okay. I I disagree with you on that. Can you
Right.
control?
Because
Can you
okay, look,
control?
for
Can
me,
you con?
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Can you control if from 9 to 5? Can you control if your patients believe you're a good therapist or not?
No, I can't control that.
Okay.
I can't control it. Okay, for me, okay, let's test this right now.
Uh,
For me, how I see you, regard to me, you are a superstar.
uh, well, duh.
Like to me, you're a man of distinction, right?
Okay.
You may not even see your look. You may not even see yourself that way, right? To okay, let's go even crazy. To me, you're a hypocrite. Now what? Uh, exactly, right? Exactly, right?
But let me tell you something. Okay, but this goes back to what I said.
Okay.
You think I'm a superstar and a man of distinction because we have not talked enough for me to tell you what I've been through to the reason why I do not believe that I am that right now.
Yeah, but that's how I see you.
Yeah, but because I have not shown you who I am, I made a choice to only show you a certain part of me to give you that perception of who I am.
And what you're doing is you're assuming that I gotta hear the bad parts of you. And when I hear the bad parts of you, you're not a man of distinction anymore.
That's true. That's I am assuming that.
Right. But this is based on s- what what I the truth that I know about you.
Mhm.
I don't care about the negative stuff, but most people they automatically assume that okay, well he don't know this about me. Man, everybody do some garbage stuff. Everybody do some stuff that they wish they can take back, but it doesn't negate the fact that you are a superstar and you have done things that are great. But what you're trying to do, you're trying to mix in your negative quality, the stuff that you did wrong, or the stuff that you feel that you did wrong, and you try to mix that in. Well, man, I did this, so ain't no way I'm a superstar. Or I didn't do it this way, so ain't no way I'm a superstar. No, you still a superstar. Yeah, we did negative things. Yeah, we did things that we're not proud of, but it doesn't mean that you're not A superstar.
Is it still 5 o'clock in Los Angeles?
I ain't in LA, man. I'm in North Carolina.
Hey, because that was some therapeutic talk right there. That hit home because you're right. I look at the negative of what I could at one point thought I was up here, but I know I've done X, Y, and Z that has just chipped away and knocked me down to here.
But to me, you're still up here.
My dog, my Don. See, trying to cry right now because it's not manly.
Now that's so great. All right, I'm gonna throw this question out there. Would two men cry in front of each other? Right.
And hug because would you cry and kneel on each other's shoulders?
Okay, we need to scratch this whole episode because you know we're not gonna do that.
Why not? I think that is healthy. I think I'm being serious, man. I think
no,
it is healthy.
You know what? I think God.
Have you ever hugged DJ and cried?
Absolutely not. I never had a reason to.
Okay.
I never had a reason to. Have you hugged any of now passing your mom, all that?
Yeah, I was about to say
we get that.
Yeah, get that part.
It's almost
Anything
like
else?
it's so many it's certain things that's okay to cry in front of your brother. You know what I'm saying?
But this is where I am a firm believer of what men need.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. If I am going through something and I'm talking to you as my friend and my brother, and my friend and my brother should have some form of empathy of what I'm going through. And as we're talking, it brings me to tears. And he's just like, come here. And he starts crying and I'm crying.
That takes a dawn.
But you're right. I think that's what men need.
I agree with you, but we don't have it. Well, some of us don't have it.
The question is, that's what I want to break. I'm not saying everybody's going to get there.
Yeah.
But I think that's what we need. This is episode 2 for us.
Yes.
I've learned more about you in these 2 episodes than I've had the past 30 years.
Right.
And it's long overdue.
Yeah.
I feel so here, let's get vulnerable.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
I feel I cheated on my ex-fiance.
Okay.
If I had the right men around me to continue to pour into me the right things, keep my mind right, because we know each other's struggles, we know what's going on, would I have done that? But if I'm isolated with no one to talk to, no one to really open up to this level and talk to and confide in and help me out. Hey, brother, this is what I'm struggling with. This is what I'm going through. This is what I'm doing. Blah, blah, blah. If I don't have that, you're at the wheel of your own mind. And we know that the idle mind is the devil's playground. So the more you fester on stuff and you don't have someone to talk to, I'm not talking about therapists. I'm talking about your boy, your homie to talk to like, man, I'm struggling with this. Have you been there? What do you do? How do you stay away from this? How do you do this? If you don't have that, I feel like I will say I did not have that during that time. I didn't. But I feel like if I did, maybe I wouldn't have went down that road.
You had it. You just didn't want to use it.
I didn't. True. That's,
you know what I'm saying?
You're 100% right. I had it, didn't want to use it. And that's what we talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. Why are we afraid to open up that door and talk?
Because the more people know our vulnerabilities, they think that they're going to use it against us.
Yeah.
And yes, you still would have done it.
You think so?
Yeah. Because you already made the decision to do it.
If I had if I'm talking to my brothers, talking to him, we talking through it, you still think I would have done it?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know. I don't
We
think I
don't.
would
We
have.
don't. We'll tell you
I
don't
don't think I
do
would
it.
have.
We we don't tell you don't do it. Now I don't know how that situation went. We'll say, nah, man, don't do it. Don't. Brothers don't stop you from doing things. We just got your back when you need it. You feel me? Like, man, because if I said something like, man, you shouldn't do that. That's not the way to go. Because you already know. You old enough to know that you shouldn't do that. You don't need
But
me
see,
to
now
tell you that you don't need to do that.
I think you stop short of helping me understand why
Understand why what?
I shouldn't do it. You just saying don't do it. I'm gonna do it.
You're a grown man.
No, but
Y- But
this is what
you
we have to stop
well
and
what
sit here
man,
and
listen,
think
listen.
about. This is what we have. This is what we have to stop.
Okay.
If I truly care about you as a person, as a human being, as my brother,
Mhm.
I'm gonna and you're informing me about something that you are contemplating that I feel could be detrimental in so many ways. I'm gonna say, Dar'Ron, I don't know about that, and this is why. It's gonna cause this. You got to deal with this repercussions. You got to deal with this. You got to deal with it, and then we talk through the process. That's completely different than saying, "Oh man, don't do that."
We could talk through the process, but I'm not gonna tell you something that you already know. Why? Let me tell you
Maybe I
this.
don't know because
You know, dog,
I'm
you
being
know it's
fed
wrong.
something.
You know it's wrong.
Do I? If I'm listening to rap music and music
No,
all the
no,
time,
don't flip that.
and
Don't flip
I'm
it. We
just,
talking about don't flip
I'm
it.
just,
We talking about this. You just flipped
I'm
it.
saying, no, I didn't.
Look,
Look,
we
you
talking about the
are what you,
situation. We talking about not. We talking about infidelity. You
you
know
are
that.
what you feed yourself. Correct? You feed yourself through five senses.
Okay, you are what I get it. You are what you
All
feed
right.
yourself, but you flipping it. I'm gonna
So
let you know that right now.
that's what we here. I'm here to flip it. I'm here to make you think.
Okay.
So if we are what we feed ourselves, and all I'm doing is listening to stuff that says that's okay,
Okay.
watching stuff that says it's okay and the outcome is good, and I'm never talking to my brothers that have been married 26 years or
Okay.
16 years. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking to him and expressing him what's going on, but I'm looking at TV shows. I'm listening to music. I'm listening to that where infidelity is okay and is praised. I'm gonna think it's
Man,
okay, and I'm gonna get praised.
man, come on, man. You got a master's degree from Purdue University. Don't give me that.
Man, don't
You
be
s-
telling all my business. Come on, man.
you look, you edit that out. But look, we know, first of all, we the Dons, right? We
Mm.
know that our boys, I don't care if it could be some other boys. We know as boys, we know what's stupid and what's not. We know this. So don't give me that. You're smart.
I think
Let me finish.
I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
disagree with you.
Well, let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
All right, right. We know that infidelity is wrong. We know this, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Don't give me this.
To some,
I'm talking to you, right? Because this is about you and me. We on here, not to some. If I had some other boys, first of all, I ain't gonna be cool with somebody who don't know infidelity is wrong. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's what it's called, infidelity, man. It's called infidelity. Now, I'm not gonna tell you something like, look, Don. I'm not gonna tell you, hey man, you shouldn't cheat on your girl is wrong. That ain't the way. That's not what that's not where I'm coming from. That's not the angle I'm coming from because you already know it's wrong.
so now let's continue this conversation.
Okay.
You supposed to be able to talk with your partner about anything,
Okay.
right? Is that true? True statement or no?
True statement.
Okay.
I agree. Yes.
So you cheat,
Okay.
you reconcile,
Okay.
and she goes, did any of your boys tell you not to do it? Did you talk to your boys about this? And I go, yeah, I talked to Dar'Ron about
Yeah.
this.
Right.
And he said, don't do it. Well, what else he say? He just said, don't do it. What woman in your right mind is going to be okay with you continuing to hang out with that dude?
That he said, don't do it.
And that's it. Not why, not talking you through it. Do you
See, now,
because
now, now,
because
now,
you know better.
look, now you
It's not
bring
like
it, now,
Don,
now,
don't do it. Like not having a conversation, man. Do you love her? Yeah, I love her. Then why would you even think that? Why would you even go down that road or that thought process of thinking that
but
that's a good idea to do that?
see,
Like that's what I'm talking
we
about.
would go down that conversation because that's how we talk, right? I don't have to tell you if you first. Okay, let me flip it because I see what
See,
you're doing.
that's what I'm
No,
talking
no,
about.
no. Let me see what you're doing. Let
You
me see what you're
said
doing.
all you was gonna say is don't do it
Wait,
because I
wait.
know better.
Look,
That's what you said.
first of all, if you can't, if your boy came at you and be like, man, I'm thinking about having um, what's what I'm looking for? I can't even think about. Help me out. I'm thinking about cheating on my girl. Right? Let's
Mm-hmm.
just say that one of our boys came to me and he's been with his girl for 7 years. Let's say 7 years, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Let's say 3 years, right? Man, I think about cheating on my girl, man, for 3 years. And I'm like, okay, man, dog, you telling me this for a reason. Cause I'm not, my boys ain't stupid.
Yeah.
First of all,
They come at you to talk them out of it. That's why he's telling you.
they're not coming at me.
Yes.
Okay.
They coming to
Let's
you
say
to
that.
talk for you to
Th-
talk them out of it.
Okay, that ain't my job. My job is to talk them through it, not to talk them out of it. There's a difference
Through
because
the process of not doing it.
through the process of making an informed decision, because it'd probably be best if you just break up.
So so you've never thought about cheating on your wife?
Absolutely. Hell, she probably thought about cheating on me.
So
You know
that's
what I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying. Everybody thinks about stuff they shouldn't do.
Yeah, we
So
think about it, but it doesn't mean that we do it.
Correct. So if the thought process is it's like a torture. If you just drip a water on your forehead
Yeah.
and it's a continual drip, you're going to be okay with it. But if over time, if that water, that drop keeps dripping, that turns into a form of torture to where it's unbearable, to where you're going to break. So if you are constantly seeing and putting things, if you are constantly thinking, let's just think about it, let's everything else. If you're constantly thinking or having that thought to cheat,
Mm-hmm.
and you never talk to anybody through the process of not cheating, because if you truly love this person, why would you do that? But if you don't love them, yeah, break up. Like if you don't talk through it, but earlier you just said, yeah, I'm gonna just tell you not to do it because you know better. That's not talking to somebody through it. So I'm trying to understand the conversation that you would have
Okay,
with
I get
somebody to go,
you
because
going literal on me. Okay,
I'm
okay,
going
yeah.
literal. Ain't that what we're here for?
Right, you
We're
act
here to
okay.
be
You know
literal.
what? Okay. Right. You're right. I should have talked. I should have been more. I should have kind of gave you more explanation on what I mean by that. Right. So
Mm-hmm.
absolutely, I will talk you through it. Let it be known that when you want to, first of all, there's not a lot of men who's gonna say to their boys, because they want to keep theyself to theyself. Because even there are times that they feel that their boys are judge them, are being judgmental. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of men not gonna say, man, I'm thinking about cheating on my wife. Instead, most men are gonna say, man, I did something stupid. Before, right? They
Mm-hmm.
already did it. They already did it. So if a man, first of all, if a man come to you with your boy, come to you and say, man, I'm thinking about cheating on my wife or cheating on my girl, they already did it. They already did
Or
it.
not. I don't. I could see that. But I
Hmm.
can also see the time where you getting pressure from someone so much that you like, damn, Dar'Ron, this chick just
All right, I'm gonna
on
take.
me.
Yeah, okay,
Like
got you.
I don't know what to do. It's so tempting.
Man, get the
I
heck out of
don't
here,
know what
man.
to do.
Man, whatever. And I'm gonna say, I, I, I'll be the person to be like this. First of all, like I said, I'm proud to say, like I said, me and my wife been together for 19 years. Definitely proud to say that, because I look at it like the longer I'm with my wife, the better I look. I look
Mm-hmm.
good. I know it. My stock goes up with every year. You know what I'm saying? That I'm with my wife, right? it ain't like we 16 again, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not 16 no more. We know better. You had your mama and your daddy there. So you know better. I had my mama or stepmama, but to me, she was my mama
Hmm.
and my daddy there. So we know better. Look, you already know that you're doing something stupid before you even do it. So by the time you get to your boys, it ain't gonna be a serious conversation. It's gonna be one of those, yeah, man. Because all your boys had that experience. Like, man, shoot, yeah, man. Sometimes I want to go out, but I don't do it.
And I think I'm not going to sit here and disagree. I think that they're struggling with it because you see that you could get away with it and everything be okay.
Especially if you don't tell nobody. If
So
you don't,
you trying to justify it by talking with your homeboy,
absolutely.
and so is your homeboy going to justify it, or is he going to talk you through why you shouldn't do it?
You gonna think your homeboy don't even understand. As soon as he say, "Nah, man, you shouldn't do that," automatically you judging
I'm
him.
like, why not? Why not?
Automatically you
She
judging
doing
him.
this, and this. Like my wife ain't gonna know.
Automatically, okay. And this is okay. Ooh, okay. All right. So I know it
Do
kind
we
of
need to
falls.
have
Look,
do we need
look.
to talk through a scenario?
No scenario, but I will ask you this question, and I've asked
Mhm.
multiple people this question. If your wife or girl, whomever, or your husband or your boyfriend, if they cheated on you, would you want to know? I think before you answer. Would you want to know if your partner cheated on you or not?
That's the second question I want y'all to answer in below. Would you want to know if your partner cheated on you?
Oh, yeah. Because I got a whole scenario for both of them.
So here's the kicker.
Okay.
I didn't get caught. I couldn't live with myself by continuing to look her in the eye and
Yeah, that's
hide the
your
fact.
demon to deal with. And the only reason why you want to tell her is so you can feel better.
Yeah,
You know
because
who?
I was sorrowful. 100%, I was sorrowful. But this is what I will want from a real friend.
Okay.
I'm straight up realness. This is what I want from a real friend. I'm struggling with things that I'm being tempted to do that I'm not sure is safe or not. So I need to talk to someone about this before I do something stupid that's going to derail everything I got going on. So I will want my friend to talk me through everything that's going through my mind. Hey man, like it's this chick, blah blah blah. Like man, she putting so much pressure on me. Oh, let me show you this picture. Oh, blah blah blah. You know, oh, she want to do this, and this to me. Blah blah. And you're like, well, why? Why? What's the root cause of you want to do that? There's an issue there. What's the root cause to even want you to think about doing this? Is everything not okay in your relationship? Like these are things I would want to talk to my boy
What do
about.
you want to
Everything
hear?
not okay. I want to. We could talk to. I'm a coach. So what I've learned
Okay.
in coaching, personal coaching, not athletic coaching, personal career coaching, is you ask questions to those individuals. They're gonna come up with the right answer themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So Michael, why would you want to do that? Oh well, oh girl, she talking about X, Y, she'll do X, Y, and Z, blah blah blah. Your girl's not willing to do that? No. Well, why not? Have you asked her to do it? No. Well, then why not?
Mm.
If you ain't asked her to do it, then why would you even think about getting it from someone else? Damn, you're right. So, like, what does it look like for you to ask your girl to do those things? Well, and then I'm talking through all the answers that I need to answer for myself, but I got my boy there to help me
Yeah.
get through it. That's what we need. and we don't have enough of it.
I agree.
You're not telling me what to do. You're asking questions, and if we boys, I'm going to sit there and answer them logically and real. Damn. And the bottom line is, I'm not getting it from my partner. And did I ask her for those things? Did I express to her where I'm struggling and I want to do X, Y, and Z with you? That's step one. So if I didn't do that, then that's issue number one.
Right.
So I want to have a friend and a homie that's going to help me talk through. Now you say, yeah, my wife partner, yeah, she does all that. Well, then why you want to do it? Man, I don't know. I just want to do it. Well, man, then that's where I think about, well, do you need to be in a relationship? Like if you've talked through the process and yeah, I've told her about it, she does it all. She does anything I want, when I want, how I want, blah, 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 all sort of stuff. Okay, then what's the desire coming from you to want to do it with somebody else then? Well, man, it's just, and he may answer, like I said, may answer the question himself. She's just, we living together, bills are cheaper, blah, blah, blah. Like, the answer's going to come out. But then, like, dude, like, there's ways of finding somebody that's wants to be in an open relationship that's you can still split the bills with and still do what you
Yeah.
want to do. Like,
Yeah.
these are, but if you're just sitting here, I'm going off what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you're just sitting here saying, "Ah, man, don't do it," that's
You make a point. You make a good point.
what type of friend is that, or is that a friend? Because now you and your significant other have reconciled, and you're trying to figure out like, and she wants all these questions answered of why, blah blah. You're talking to her. Well, did you talk to any of your boys about it? Because now she's asking you that question to see who your friends are and if she's going to be okay being around them moving forward.
Mm.
That's the key, and that's what a lot of dudes are realize. She's asking these questions and say, okay, if you talked to your friends about it before you did it and they didn't help you talk through the process of not doing it, then damn, should you continue to be around them? And should I ever put myself in a position to be around them? That's what she's going to be thinking.
That's a lot of friend pressure, man. Your friends, all you, okay, all your, oh, luckily
What
you
do they
had,
say? Show
like,
me your 5 closest friends and I'll show you your future.
yeah. Well, luckily you can say, hey, Don, man, I need a therapist. And then, hey, Don,
Oh, you know
I
one?
just need my boy. All right. I can kind of jump from, back and forth,
Mm.
but a lot of brothers don't have that, right? A
But
lot of brothers,
that's what we need though. We don't. You're 100% right. We don't have it.
yeah.
The question is why and how do we get it?
I think that's a perfect place to end.
So let's think about that, people.
Yeah.
Why don't we have the fellowship and conversations that we need from our brothers? And why are we afraid to take that step to open the door to have those conversations? Or why am I, when my friend comes to me about an issue, why am I afraid to talk him through the process to make sure he's making the right decision? Those are the
Absolutely.
questions that we have, and those are the questions that we want to grow from.
Absolutely.
So, with that said, we hope that our realness of just talking through stuff is helping you out. You can have these conversations and spark these with your partners, with your boys, with your homies, to see if they're your real friends. Because we all need to hear the truth, but we can, if we're asked the right questions, the truth will come out. We will speak the truth out of our own mouth. So
I want to correct that because you said they're your real friends. Now, sometimes people just don't know, right? You can't blame, and they can be like your closest friends and they're trying and they're trying. So just because they don't say the right thing doesn't necessarily mean that I mean, if they encourage you to do wrong, then you don't need them around
yeah,
you. But just because they don't say the right thing all the time doesn't necessarily mean that they're the wrong friends. It just means that maybe you need to talk to someone else,
I
right?
think, but see, I also think you're 100% right. I think we throw that word friend around too
Loosely.
I think
Absolutely.
that's the other part. We throw have all the people you call friends, have they been to your house?
No.
That's the number one standard. If you ain't been to my house, you ain't really my friend.
You ain't been to my
If I
house.
ain't your friend, motherfucker.
Well, you ain't been to my new.
You been to mine.
Well, true. So I'm your
It's
friend,
all
but it
right.
doesn't mean that you're mine.
That just means the turn is on me to now come make the effort to come to your house.
Hey,
which
Hey,
100% is right.
We here.
So yes, last year you came to my pad multiple times
I
from
like
your
Boston. I
city.
love Boston.
You
I love Boston.
got on the plane, came up to kick it in Boston multiple times. I need to make that effort to come to you now.
Hey,
so you're a good friend to me. I ain't a good friend to you.
Hey, you a Don, man. So we was honestly, man, we were born into friendship. We were born into friendship, man, and a lot of people aren't as lucky as we were. We are, you know what I'm saying? So it takes a lot to get to a certain point, to where regardless of how long you haven't spoken to the person, right? It can be in years, but we can still although we don't speak every day, or hell, we can go 2, 3, 10 years, and next time we speak to each other, it's like, yo, what's up, man?
Like we never stopped.
Like we never stop. You know what I'm saying? So regardless,
but we don't know nothing about one another.
No. We know everything about one another. We probably don't know our adulthood, but we know that little.
Yeah, you're right.
We know that little kid inside.
We know through graduation. We know it all.
Yeah, we know,
through graduation of high school. We know it all.
We know that little. We know that we know about the spoons. We know about the backyard and the basketball court. In the backyard. We know about that. And honestly, man, that's what really matters, because those are the people you want to talk to.
Yeah,
the people that's actually. I mean, and you got adult friends who are actually just as close. You know what I'm saying? But the people that were there when you actually cried and when you was actually in pain, those are the people that you really want to talk to. You know what I'm saying? But doesn't mean you can't gain new ones. So
right. And on that note, hope you guys tune in next week where we're going to talk about code switching.
I just got a new position, so I ain't got a code switch no more.
There we go. Hey, we heard of that black tax, so we gonna talk about that more. I met a friend that said, yeah, they're gonna pay me, that went from a black law firm to a white law firm.
Ooh.
And they was like, yeah, they're gonna pay me for that black tax. And I was like, what is that? Oh, you're gonna pay me the money, so I got to deal with, why is your hair this way? Why are you dressed that way? Why are you this way? I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. But that's next week. Until then, people, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you listening. Comment below. We're just real. Some of it's scripted, some of it's not. We just real and talking and going with it, and we just hoping that our realness touches someone. So we'll holler at you. Until then, peace. Folks.